What's up, y'all? It's Geeb. If y'all didn't already know, the host of the Socially Distant podcast. So I'm just here to tell you guys a little bit about me. If you don't already know, I'm also like the producer. I do the editing. I do the audio and the video, stuff like that. It's pretty fun. Also a full-time student in college. I play football. I go to Westchester. I got a year left, so I'll be graduating next spring, which is cool.
If y'all don't know already, I'm Josh. I just graduated college from Machiavelli University. I played basketball for the past 4 years there, and I graduated with a degree in movement science. From there, I got to take a year off because of this corona, and I'm going to grad school in the summer of 2021. So until then, I'll be working and podding with y'all.
Hey guys, I'm Kayla. So we're each doing our own little video of getting to meet each co-host of the Social Distant podcast.
So me and Geeb have been friends for I don't even know how long, and like he's always talked about having his podcast. So then when the outbreak started, I was basically like, let's go, bro, like let's start this up, let's see what we gotta do to start this podcast basically. And ever since then we've been podding for the last 2 months or so. So then since y'all haven't been able to see it because of on the Google Meet, but more times than not, like me and Geeb are always arguing, usually on different sides, and usually I'm right, but it like that hasn't like been able to come through with the Google Meet. But when it do, it's gonna be good content for y'all. Besides that, like I feel like I'm versatile in any topic that we talk about: sports, life, anything I can talk about.
I decided to start podcasting because I've always had a big personality. I like to talk, and I've always had a lot of thoughts in my mind, but I couldn't really share it with in the way that I wanted to. So I decided that I wanted to podcast, and honestly never really had the time until the pandemic hit. So Josh kind of lit the fire under me, and we got it rolling.
So I decided to start podcasting because, one, it was something that I've been meaning to look into, and I've wanted to start my own for a while, but then Ragib and Josh started the Socially Distant podcast. So when they were looking for a third co-host, I decided, you know what, this is my time to at least attempt to join. And I really feel like, I can really add a lot of great content to the podcast, and I feel like it is going great. I absolutely love it.
My favorite thing about doing the SDP is that we're like a family, and we all know each other. So like the chemistry is already there. It's like we're not just starting this from scratch. We all three of us have chemistry. We've known each other for a while, and it's also just like a good outlet to get my creativity out, because I don't have a lot of ways to do that and show my personality and give myself a platform.
One of my favorite things is trying to come up with ideas for each episode for the following week, and what we think you guys are gonna want to hear, and trying to just come up with topics that will work for everyone, so that guys and girls get to listen and can get to really enjoy every episode.
I just like how close and how much of a family we are. Like I stated in the last question, like me and Geeb been friends for forever, and I've known Kayla since junior year of high school. So we've all know each other, and we can just talk to each other about anything and everything, and it just shows in every episode how authentic we are.
This podcast does mean a lot to me. Again, I love coming up with ideas for it and seeing how much you guys love the podcast. Ever since I started joining, I've had some of my friends start listening to it, and I love how much they love it. So it does mean a lot. And obviously our biggest goal for the podcast itself is to just get it as big as we can. Even though we're starting out small, there's endless possibilities for it. We want to get it as big as we can so that we can have an even bigger audience.
Basically, I would compare the Socially Distant podcast, in my view, to my child, kind of. Like, this is my baby. From day one, like, I knew I had to be hands-on with it. Like, I try to be the best possible I could be with this thing, because the only way it's going to be its best is if I put my best into it weekly. And it's not really a weekly thing, it's more daily. Like, I'm always doing something, I'm researching. It's not just showing up and hitting record.
Basically, like, that John's like my baby. Like, I just want it to like grow, and then I hope like everyone's like enjoying it. Like, every single week we keep getting more listeners and more followers on all our platforms, so we just keep hoping to grow and grow and grow, which leads me into my next question, which was goals for the SDP. And I think the goals are like actually like endless. Like, I want to start like this merch up in like June-ish, and I to get all the friends that have been all the fans that have been rocking with us this past 2 months, and I just hope to get like more exposure to the people, so that we can get to be like one of those big podcasts out there.
My goals for it are just to grow it, and just for it to be as big as possible, to reach as big of an audience as possible, because I'm not really worried about the numbers right now, because I know we have a good product, and I just want it to be the best possible product it can be every week. And I know that we're going to grow naturally if we are authentic and real and just doing our best every week.